Yeah.
Going?
Yeah. I
Nice.
pressed the button. Do you think I was lying to you?
Yeah, I thought you might have been.
Why would I lie to you
I don't know.
about this most serious of things?
You tell weird lies sometimes.
I mean, it's true, I do.
A lot of the time. All the time.
Shut up, that's why.
Okay.
See, for once we're actually going live on time.
Yeah. When you said we would.
Yep.
Weird. I don't like it.
I know, it's terrible. I'm just gonna
It's new
wait.
and unusual.
I'm just gonna wait for Twitch notifications to go out.
Mhm.
So tell me when
I'm
your
pretty sure I
phone...
got mine.
Is your phone vibrated?
Yep.
Okay. So, Racketeer's pretty much done with, I would say.
Yeah, we're gonna finish it sometime this week, I think.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow or something, or unless you're playing more Final Fantasy X.
We'll figure it out.
But, a couple of weeks ago I took a vote for what I should do next for the Monday stream, and an adventure game from my childhood that I actually like was the first place, although it was under the poll as Faye's secret pick. I actually enjoy this game. I swear I'm going to do Dragon Lore 2 eventually.
One day.
One day. No, Firebrand wrote me a guide.
Oh, did Firebrand actually finish the guide?
Yeah, he wrote a guide just for me.
Nice.
So, it's time to reveal the secret video game. I'm dropping frames, why is that? There we go. We're back. Time to reveal the secret game. It is Broken Sword. I played this game a shit ton in the 90s. It's real goofy. It's real stupid. The plot is nuts. And as far as adventure games go, it's not actually that bad in the adventure game logic department. Even so, May has a guide ready.
Just in case.
Just in case. I remember a lot of this, but there are some parts where, like, I remember how to start a thing, how to end a thing, but not the bit in the middle, so... Couple of things. First of all, the opening cutscene is pre-rendered, therefore does not take the volume settings that you have chosen.
Oh no.
So it's going to be incredibly loud, so me and May will not talk through it, because you won't be able to hear us anyway.
Okay.
Number two, just a small content warning. This game does start with a bombing. So if that's going to be a problem for you, maybe just, tab away
We'll
from
see you in 20 minutes.
Tab away from the stream for a little bit. It's a very quick cutscene. It's about 2 minutes. But, recent happenings in the world, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very short, but that's just there as a warning.
Sure.
So, I haven't actually gotten... I don't actually have the window up yet because it's displaying the Scum VM thing, so let's start. And let's do this properly.
Did you actually say what
Paris
the
in
game
the
is
fall.
Yes.
The last months of the year
Cutscene.
and the end of the millennium. The city
If it
holds
actually
many memories
displays.
for me.
Yes.
Of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
I don't think... Oh, there it goes. Never mind.
Okay, cutscene's over.
Okay.
What were you saying, May?
Probably nothing important.
Okay.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went
So,
on around me.
is this the beginning of season 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Forever.
Yes.
Okay.
You've... Spoilers, come on. So, cool thing I like about this game, all of the cutscenes and all of the backgrounds are hand-drawn. Like, the only part of this game that is pixel art is the characters. Which is pretty cool. Like, that's the kind of shit you could do in the 90s.
It's very distinctive.
So yeah, welcome to gameplay. This is our man. He's George Stobart. He will tell you frequently that he is from California.
Okay.
Dropping some frames. Stop that. God damn it. And this cafe has just blown up. And he's very grumpy.
I would be.
Yeah, it's remarkable really that his first reaction is just to be grumpy about it.
But just to stand completely still for like 100 years whilst an English lady explains who he is and what he's about.
Well, you know, he's just been through a traumatic thing. He needs some time to process it.
That's fair.
So,
Although, like, that worker in the background just swinging his pickaxe every 20 seconds, he does not care about this building.
nope.
He is not bothered at all.
Nope, he's actually on a different screen. No, George is no relation to Eddie Stobart, I promise.
Okay, so no trucks at any point in this game.
No, anyway, let's go check out this thing.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Hopefully everything is, like, visible, by the way.
Yeah, no, it seems fine.
I considered climbing the
Oh, wait.
I considered climbing the lamppost.
Contemplated
but it
crawling
wasn't
under
going to
an
shed any
umbrella.
light on the affair.
Seems unlikely to be possible.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
So this is a point-and-click adventure game, which means I've got to click on everything.
Yep.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
Okay, so we have established the glass is broken. First asshole thing this game does, this newspaper is really important.
Why? Okay.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Listen, newspapers aren't evidence, it's fine. Anyway, let's go inside and check out the damage. At least George moves at, like, a decent pace instead of, you know, like Max.
Yeah.
So, here's a dead body to look at.
Hooray!
Let's just tamper with evidence.
Stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet.
Good thing there was only one person in here.
The guy's past was a blank page.
I mean, apart from us, we got thrown outside or something.
We were sitting outside.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a conversation with this lady who is somehow alive? Look at George's goofy face.
Rude.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Shelley?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Should we lie and pretend we're a doctor?
I think we should ask her, like how is she alive?
Unfortunately, that's not a question we get to ask.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we should pretend to be a doctor. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
That's extremely illegal.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Should we give this woman who's just been knocked out a brandy?
No.
Like, we're not a doctor.
I know, but I don't need to be a doctor to know that's a terrible idea.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Should we lie about whether the old man is dead or not? Like, she's gonna notice
No.
as soon as she looks over there.
Probably.
Like, the only thing between her and seeing a dead body is us.
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Oh, bye. She passed out.
Oh.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
Well, thanks for helping us out, lady.
Yeah, if you give her some drinks, she, like, opens up and starts talking to you, but it's not information you couldn't get anywhere else.
She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
You were just in an explosion, George.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
So we have the French version of The Sun.
Nice.
Anyway, we're back outside. So we have a couple of places to go. We can go down this alleyway where we saw the clown go in the cutscene, or we can go down to where that worker is.
I mean, I'm just curious about how that worker is, like, the least interested person in the universe.
I mean, he's pretty far away.
He's not that far away. I can see him. Has he not just, like, at any point thought, wonder what that's all about?
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind.
For that matter, there's, like,
I
nobody
demand to see the
anywhere.
American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant.
Anyway, we found the police.
But I cannot permit you to leave.
Hooray.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no. I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the cafe, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
We must
Stop holding your breath. Okay.
to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
it seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes
Quillam, this is
nothing.
Broken Sword,
Take Maigret, for instance.
the original.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians.
I love this
Sure, you
dialogue
start.
so...
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
still here, I'm just enjoying the writing.
You learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
So I love the uniform on this
Yeah,
French
man,
police
no.
officer.
He's great.
Yes. Your name, please?
George Stobart, I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year.
He looks like a Looney Tunes version of himself.
Yeah,
He does.
I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out
I
on
love
the
how this guy
sidewalk.
has no time
was
for
lucky I wasn't
George's
killed. The
stupid,
inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
like, really
Did
stupid
you see
jokes.
the deceased
Yep.
enter the cafe?
Did we see the deceased enter the cafe? We actually did, didn't we? Yes.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
No or clown? I think the answer here is clown.
Yeah.
I
there was
think
a
so.
guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying
As it
an
usually
accordion.
is, unfortunately.
Accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave.
I'm satisfied that
I
you're a
hope this
goddamn
little
idiot.
incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about
mean,
my personal safety?
Too wrong.
Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay
Seen
alert
nothing to prove
and
him
look
wrong
out
so
for
far.
Suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside...
Whoa, whoa,
the
comedy Belgians are great.
subconscious? If the door can only be opened...
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Anyway, there's a girl.
Okay.
We can talk to the inspector again.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
We can ask him some questions.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
I don't
That
think
is,
parapsychology
the
is
newspaper.
witchcraft.
No?
There's a note written.
Or real.
Salah Eddin, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown?
That skirt is too small for that lady.
It's fine.
I
Her
was
butt
one of
is
the last
extraordinarily
people to keep him
prominent.
Alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
What I
No,
want to know is why
he
she's
just
taking
grinned
pictures in
and
like a
nodded.
full
Don't let it
fetish
trouble you,
latex
monsieur.
outfit.
Go home and try to forget.
We may never know.
Let's ask.
I
About
really
the clown.
didn't see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rousseau may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
I love the little picture of the inspector here where he's giving the crazy eyes.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
I just need one more photograph of this lamppost.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rousseau is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No,
The
sir.
briefcase that
The
hasn't been
inspector gave me
mentioned at
specific
all.
instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
See you later, Sergeant.
Okay.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Let's talk to the lady. Behind this
Hi,
lamppost.
my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
We don't want anyone to see us.
On holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the
Is the
whole
Liberté an
Paris.
actual newspaper?
You know, real life
dunno,
drama,
probably.
human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but it was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Okay, so we've got a lot of options. We can talk to her about the clown, about the old man, about herself, or about the crazy inspector.
That is a lot of options.
Let's talk about the
Have
clown.
you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Oh, we can talk about the clown again.
Hooray.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. A bientôt, monsieur.
Oh no,
Fine, I'll see you soon.
I didn't get the chance to ask her anything else because I was pressing her about the clown.
What a bad person.
Bye, Nico. Okay, let's go talk to that construction worker.
Okay.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
This is set in the 90s, I believe. It's set when it's made, so probably like 1999-ish? 98, 99? Anyway, let's ask this man about the clown to confuse Chris and Phoenix some more.
Come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for
I don't think there's ever been a funny clown.
No.
Look, I know
I
you're
don't think
busy.
clowns are about being funny.
Surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I
told
don't
you
understand
already.
clowns.
I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a
I
cop?
think I understand them, I
guess
just
not.
hate them.
How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Nah, I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quelle vite. I could have knocked his block off.
This man is grumpy.
Did you recognize the
Mhm.
old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was he the one who died in the cafe?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Take a look at this.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential.
Okay, so the way to get this man to talk
Would you
to
like to
you
read
is
my
to give him the newspaper.
I haven't
Okay.
got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
See, because I remember this game, but he mentioned the horses.
Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish.
Dolphins are mammals.
That's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend.
What?
Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Well, that's a weird Bucephalus reference.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that night.
So he's off to the bookies. So yeah, that's what the cryptic note on the newspaper was. It was for the horses. So now, we can get into his toolbox.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
Let's rob him.
We can also
There was
use his
nothing
phone.
inside the tent.
The only number we have right now is Nicole's. So, we head out this way. we go over here to the alleyway the clown went in.
Of course.
And there's a sewer entrance.
Because why
I
wouldn't
tried
there
to
be?
lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
I wonder if we have some kind of tool that could help with opening the sewer. I'm ignoring what Fadul is saying.
That's fair.
I lifted the cover.
Fadul, noted bad person.
To a sewer.
Anyway, time for the sewer level.
I mean, were there no other clues that it might be the entrance to a sewer? The fact it's a manhole cover, by any chance.
Okay. This little pixel here.
That little tiny bit of red.
You gotta pick that up.
Okay. The thing that you might mistake for a mistake on your
As
monitor.
I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Ah, sewers. Anyway, there's some more shit to pick up.
Hooray.
This stuff is more obvious, though.
I scooped up
just
the
a tad.
soggy tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
I really do love this background, though. It's so pretty. Like, they actually made a sewer look kind of interesting.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Okay, so we now have a
It
tissue,
was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
a red nose,
The nose was
Nice.
hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris.
and a piece of
It
fabric.
was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
So let's head up.
Hi there. Hold it right there. You sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there. Immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Why does this look like it's just the police inspector wearing a different
Keep your
uniform?
distance, monsieur.
It's
okay,
not.
okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh? Ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up?
I like how all of these people we talk to have no clue that the cafe just blew up.
And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu! And then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
So yeah, this man won't answer any of our questions.
What
Does
did you
the
joke?
name
Why?
Fantar mean anything to you?
No, he doesn't.
He thinks we're a
Who is
criminal.
he?
I mean, we did just crawl out of the sewer.
I'm gonna find the guy responsible.
That's fair.
I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
This man is rude.
Do you know the waitress
I mean,
at the cafe?
Oh,
again, though, we just crawled out of a hole in the
No,
ground.
she's fine.
Oh, thank you, Vance. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Okay. So this guy will not answer any of our questions. He's being incredibly evasive. Let's pretend to be a
Perhaps you'd
cop.
like to take a look at my card?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
It's very illegal.
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of...
I had a feeling you were a filthy liar.
And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
So now we get to ask him all these questions again and he'll actually answer them.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur.
Seems like a jerk to
Grabbed
me.
me in an armlock. His face
Oh yeah, George
suddenly
Stobart is not a good person.
His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time.
This guy just wants us to know about his army
Do you know
days.
the waitress at the cafe?
Yep.
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me.
We are definitely going to hear about these army days. If it kills us.
So you'd miss her if she wasn't there.
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Okay, so you might think this conversation leads absolutely nowhere.
Take a look at this false nose.
Would we be right?
No, you show him the
That
nose.
looks like a clown's nose.
Okay.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
Put you off the scent.
You gotta show him all the
Does
pieces
this
of the
piece
uniform.
material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
I like how the music just cuts out.
Where did you send the jacket?
gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little secret number that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by actually shaking.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Let's show him this gross tissue.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Oh boy.
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Okay, we're done with this man.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector.
Is this man the
I
clown?
hope you catch that
No.
killer soon.
Okay.
I'll let you out.
No, the plot gets far stupider than that.
Okay.
Okay, so we can call some people. We have a new phone number. Should we? Let's call this Todrick fellow.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Let's ask this man about the clown.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't.
George is an asshole?
You forgot
Yeah,
the
seriously.
puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
So he's got nothing. Let's call Nico.
See if he wants to go bowling.
Bonjour, couleur.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Anyway, we're going to this girl's house.
Hooray!
We've got a date. So this is the map. We can go to the police station. Hang out there a little bit and... Oh, okay, the music just cut out. Okay.
Oh boy.
There's this lady knitting.
The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences.
Let's look at these pretty flowers.
I inhaled deeply, expecting to experience the scent of the flowers. What I got was traffic fumes.
Anyway, let's go inside.
Yeah.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to
Oh
be
no,
locked.
it's locked. Hey, let's check out this. Is this a butcher?
I glanced without much interest at the fruit. It was dusty, shriveled, and tired looking.
How does fruit look tired? Anyway, let's talk to this lady who's knitting. Only good people knit.
Oh, hi!
Bonjour,
You
monsieur.
can see that you
Would
are
like me
not
to foretell
allowing
the
any bias
future?
to enter into this opinion.
No
Mhm.
thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Should we get our fortune told?
Yes.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My oh my, what a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already
Fadil, you forgot about the
10
tired
francs,
fruit.
please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
George, in the 90s, 10 francs was like a fiver.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite
Constructing a crude door
television,
knocker
I
using a
suppose.
fist sounds like a
Some
threat.
of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have...
Getting real here on Joey's stream. Anyway, let's ask about flowers.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me.
It's actually a true fact about
What other
lilies.
flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Oh, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times.
Hi,
It's the
Zano.
damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice. How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a
Oh,
struggle
God.
to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap.
Is that the
You're a
passive-aggressive
young
fuck
lady.
you bouquet?
She
Yeah.
deserves better.
I think it is.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Okay, let's show this gross
What
tissue
can
to
you
this
tell
lady.
me about this tissue?
Nothing?
Okay.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
One of my favorite things about adventure games is just showing everybody everything.
Do you
Yeah,
recognize
just
the
rub
stone?
everything on everyone.
No, monsieur.
Okay.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Look, if you're going to be a clown, at least get a good suit. Have some respect for
Remembering
yourself.
the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Oh, let's descend into the darkness.
Hooray!
Bonjour. I'm
Didn't
glad
realise
you
this was a
could
Kingdom Hearts day.
Please,
Mm.
call me George.
make it. Oh, I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number. What's more, I know where he hired the clown suit, too.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it.
George is
What
an
happened?
asshole.
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested.
Basically, yes.
Can you
Yep.
believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
What should we show her? Let's show her the gross
I
tissue.
found this tissue down the sewer.
Hooray!
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
I'm glad the stream is
When I
liking
showed
this
it to the
video, this
concierge,
game.
He recognized it right away.
It's very wordy, so I wasn't sure if it was streamable.
Nah, it's just a dumb game, isn't it?
Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checker pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. in the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
So apparently, while Nicole was busy taking pictures of a lamppost, she actually took a picture that helps.
That seems unlikely.
I found this false nose in the sewer. It has La Risée du Monde printed inside it.
The laughing stock of the world. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
Okay, now that we've rubbed all the items against this conversation, should we ask about the old man or about Nicole herself? Let's find out more about this lady.
You speak very good
Sure.
English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Tragic backstory.
Did you learn about
Yep.
photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the time I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Why would George? Why? Why would you ask that?
How did Glentow get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Glentow said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Clown.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Onno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, a controversial Japanese green politician.
Okay, I'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
From his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Okay.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
So
Where?
we've got to go to the
I guess I
costume
could
shop.
visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
So Nico is both your kind of partner and a sort of weird, very subtle hint system. If you call her, she'll generally give you an idea of where you should be going. And then Anyway, costume shop. Hope you aren't afraid of puppets. I do like this rad skeleton riding a cow print unicorn though. That's pretty cool.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Okay.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
He doesn't want it.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
This man is weird.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Anyway, let's ask about the clown.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur.
Why?
On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by.
If only we had a description of this man. Maybe a photo.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
We have our man's
Have you heard
name.
of a man named Plantar?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Hello.
Allow me to
Hello.
shake you by the
We appear to be in a hell shop.
Yep.
Well, okay.
I hate everything that I can see on screen right now.
What are you trying to
Are
do?
you sure you don't like the skeleton riding a cow print unicorn? Wielding a
Pretty sure I
scythe
don't. Nope.
with a
Pretty sure I'm
flamingo
not
on his
okay.
head?
Nope.
A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
Don't think I do.
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Anyway, we got zapped, and we got some advice. Which was, if you're wearing a hand buzzer, switch it off before you go to the toilet.
Makes sense.
Okay, so we know the name of our man now. Let's find a phone. Oh. Hey, the man's back.
Hooray.
He's just gonna let us use his phone. So let's call the tailor again,
Hello? Who is this?
now that we have a name.
Mr. Todrick? Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The hotel, I don't remember the room. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Khan.
Hooray! Progress.
You're
Whoop.
the guy who gave me the tip, aren't you?
Huh?
The racehorse. Salahedin.
Oh, yeah, but
I put every franc I had on that horse.
listen,
My lifetime savings, next month's rent, everything.
Oh, God.
She won by 3 lengths. I'm a rich man.
Call me Lucky George, the punter's friend. So how come you're still here?
I'm not going to let my newfound wealth change me, not one bit. I bought this hole, fittings and all. Now, I can come and go as I please. No more clocking on or completion schedules. No foreman breathing down my neck. Thanks to you, I've found paradise.
I'm getting a mushy feeling in my chest. But not half as mushy as your head.
What do you want now?
This guy's weird.
A little bit.
Yeah, he basically bought this hole to hang out
Do
in.
you recognize the man in
Why?
this photograph?
Why not?
No, I don't.
Let's show him the
Would
handles
you
up.
like to shake hands with me?
No, I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of being rich is not having to be polite.
I gotta go.
Don't
Remember,
let me keep you.
Rich people don't have to be polite. Anyway, look at this fancy hotel. Let's go in.
Also, I have to ask the question, like, if that horse was such a good horse, why were the odds on it bad enough that, like, he could multiply his life savings?
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
I don't understand.
No problem.
It's not how horses.
Cooperate.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry about.
So if you enter and then leave this hotel,
well,
these
alright.
goons shake you
Search
down.
him, Flap.
You
Oh.
bet.
Why?
By the way, their names are Flap and Guido.
Okay.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
I was demonstrating a thing.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay.
Filch.
Out of Poland.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Right here. We are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the music down a lot because the music in here is mixed way louder than it should be.
Weird.
Anyway, look at this fancy hotel.
So is this a French mafia hotel or something? Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Okay. Weird.
Let's talk to some people in the lobby. Should we talk to this lady with the purple hair? Or this man reading his newspaper?
Newspapers have helped us out so far.
Hmm?
Newspapers have helped us out so far.
That's fair.
Excuse me. Didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, let's ask this man about clowns.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your
It can never have any negative
A clown.
consequences.
A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
I'm glad that chat's just like exploded in support for this man's pants.
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Anyway, let's show this
Does
man a
this
gross
goo
tissue.
smeared tissue mean
Hooray.
anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
That's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime.
This is one of my favorite
Sounds
NPCs
like
in the
heaven.
game.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Don't worry about it for Zarnel. Wow, I thought that was for Duel.
It's okay.
I got
Colours are.
yeah. Anyway, this lady's
Hi there,
probably
miss.
one of my favorite NPCs in the
Well,
game.
hello. What can I do for you?
She's
I'm
from
looking for a
Hemel
man.
Hempstead.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans.
I love
Don't
this
let that
lady.
intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Anyway,
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
I just love
Would you
showing
like
the
to
gross
shake my
tissue to
hand, ma'am?
people.
Now, George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
Nobody will let you shake their hand.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone.
I mean, they're
I'd like to
probably
use
right.
it on.
Mm.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
Anyway, let's ask about this lady.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not, he was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart.
I love this lady.
Cupid's arrow had cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
I love this lady so much.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Okay.
I have to go, ma'am.
She's gonna go back to playing her piano.
Sure.
So we've met the two best NPCs, now for the worst.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Let's show him this gross tissue.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is. Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing
This guy doesn't seem like a total dick yet.
in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so
He thinks practical
puerile,
jokes are
don't you
puerile.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
It's not adventure game useful though, so...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
As an adventure game protagonist, though, I'm surprised he didn't accept.
Yeah, same.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Non, monsieur.
Okay, let's tattle on the gangsters.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a
Or the
gorilla.
gangsters, not
It happened
official
right out front of this building.
gangsters.
Let me get this quite clear.
What do you mean?
Complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're
Like, I thought the
doing.
hotel was like a
This
mobster
morning you
hotel.
had a gun.
No.
I suggest
Okay.
you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so.
Rude, George.
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials, I cannot help.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to
I'm
your
pretty
guests
sure one of the
as well.
NPCs reacts
toyed
to
with the
I'm looking for a
affections
man
of
dressed like a
Lady
clown with that exact thing.
Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
Yeah, we don't have a business card. We gave it to that other guy and he took it.
Do you know a man
He didn't
named...
give it
One
back
news
to us.
adventure item.
No, monsieur.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Okay,
Thanks for your help, buddy.
so this guy's room key is actually over here.
Okay.
Excusez-moi,
If you
monsieur.
try and grab it, this guy
What?
yells at you.
You are trying to steal that key, no?
No way.
Rude.
Why are they even there to grab?
I don't
There was
know.
no one registered, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Let's head upstairs. Like, I actually know what we need to do next, but... What are these rooms?
The door was locked.
So these are all the rooms. I believe it's this one that we need to get into.
I think the thing said 22.
The door was locked.
Let's see.
The sign on the door read
Yes,
22.
so this is the one we need to go
If the
to.
tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
So... head back downstairs. So we need to get that key, right? This is actually
Sure.
one of the most intuitive puzzles in the game. Talk to
Hi,
this
ma'am.
lady.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Bloop.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case. But a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Yeah, this lady's great.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
So now we can pick up the key. And let's head back upstairs before he notices. He does come back eventually. So
The door.
I forget which.
It was a key ring bearing one large brass key and a tag which read Hotel Ubu.
I believe it's this one.
Maybe it wasn't the right room.
I completely believe you.
So this isn't the room we want. This is the room
Dexter.
opposite. But let's explore.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Thanks, George. What else is there to look at? Because the incidental dialogue in this game is great.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Also, I don't know if this has been answered, but why do we give such a massive crap about this?
I don't know.
Is this guy just a nerd?
I think he's just a nerd. Anyway,
Okay.
how you actually get into the other room is you open the window. You head outside.
This seems like a bad idea.
And you do this shit.
Assassin's Creed. Good thing that window was open.
Right?
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Also, you know, good thing they weren't in here or
The bed was
anything.
freshly
Yep.
made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
So, if you look extremely carefully, you will notice a briefcase right here.
Oh yeah.
I found some
There was
pants.
nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Hooray.
The pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases.
Let's close that. And yeah, let's pick up this briefcase.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
So,
There was nothing in the pockets of the...
yeah, this achieved nothing. And apparently the door just opens from... Anyway, he's back.
Oh boy.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
He just immediately goes to the cupboard and hides. There's no timed segment here.
Okay.
So let's hope he doesn't need pants. I don't know why not the window. Anyway, pants.
Well, I guess he left.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants. The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris.
Okay, let's head out. Actually, I think we can leave through here.
The door led back.
We should be okay.
It seems like the worst idea.
No, everything's fine. He's just left the hotel now.
Forever.
Yep. Let's see what our favorite NPC has to say.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Do you want this key?
No, thank you, darling.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am.
We've got to thank this lady.
I have to go, ma'am.
Talk to this man.
Hello again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Okay,
Bye.
so to deal with this, we have to talk to the worst NPC.
Oh boy.
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little ook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
May.
Mm-hmm.
Sphinx me up.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
There is an object I'm supposed to get right now, but I can't remember how to get it.
Let's see.
Also, I'm going to save. What should I name the save, friends?
But.
Yep. But.
So you did everything upstairs.
Yep.
Did you talk to the lady about Merlin again?
I did talk. Well, I showed her the card.
Okay. Did you show the clerk the card
Yes.
after asking him about the safe?
Yes. I
Talk to the woman. Talk to the woman again, and she'll make him get the parchment out.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Do you want this key?
No, thank.
No, I've.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling.
Show her the card
My
again.
heart is reminder enough.
Yeah,
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
Anyway, it's time for this lady to be the best again.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Do you know the thing that you're meant to do with this?
Yes.
What's
Okay.
the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
So yeah, this lady's rad.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay, I'm going to save for a very specific reason. Save. Whoops. Where am I going? There I am. Accidentally clicked outside of the thing.
Sounds like a bad idea.
If you walk outside of the hotel with the manuscript in your pockets.
Hold it right there.
Oh, is that what they were looking for?
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Anyway, George got killed.
Nice. Rip. Actual rip.
Yep. How you deal with this is you go into this room.
the door.
I know it's locked. You have the key, George. Why don't you use it? You go out this window. And you drop the manuscript on the floor.
I was gonna say, why don't you just go to the floor? But that's quite a drop. Man, he hurls it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't treat it nicely. It's an ancient manuscript and he's just like, yep, just gonna chuck it. Just chuck it out a window, whatever. Like, as far as adventure games go, you know, from the 90s, this one's quite forgiving.
Well.
Anyway, time to get patted down again.
Hold it right
Flap
there.
and Guido, what
Start
great
him again,
names.
Flap.
Like, I feel like they're a little racist, but I'm not sure against who.
Okay, let him go.
It's just there.
We're just cleaning my glasses. There we go. I can see again. So, into the alleyway. Like, there have been a couple of pixel hunts, but unfortunately, George will automatically just walk to the manuscript and pick it up, so you don't have to hunt for it.
I couldn't wait to get back to Mrs. Parker.
I mean, I guess you know it's there, so.
Yep. It also takes you automatically to Nico's apartment.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-Boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough
I mean,
to
it's a
kill for.
completely intact medieval manuscript.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse.
Is this lost?
Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Loud cutscene over. I'm sorry,
Good job.
headphone users.
Jeez.
I don't think
So
it's
the
your fault
treasure is
necessarily.
hidden, waiting to be
I know.
discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Medievallost.jpg.
We need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy
Extremely.
who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Okay, so do we want to look at the lady with the mirror, the knight, the weaver, or the cow?
Just look at them in order, I guess.
Okay. Cow.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
A knight with a crystal ball. There's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Point of note, I can also read Latin. I went to Catholic school.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I mean, the crocodile in Peter Pan's kind of creepy.
Fact.
Anyway, let's talk about the clown some
What
more.
are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Anyway, let's show the new stuff we
I
got.
found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID. Thomas Merlin of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
Have we tried to make Nico shake our hand yet?
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
Pretty sure we showed her
Hand
everything
buzzer.
first time
You
around.
put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
Anyway, Nico's threatened us.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
So we have our next destination. Now, this is one of those games that I could complete in one sitting, but it's kind of long for an adventure game.
Yeah. Well, you've been going a while already.
I've been going for 2 hours. This is our next destination. Look at this background, isn't it pretty?
It is. Like, a lot of the stuff in this, like, is kind of good.
Yeah, like, there's a reason I like this game and I still replay it occasionally. Like, it's written well, the voice acting is actually pretty good for late 90s. The backgrounds are absolutely gorgeous. Like, even the music's nice, and the story's insane, but it's fun. And it's not a very adventure
Insane stories are
gamey.
good.
Yeah, it's not a very adventure game either. Like, so far we've encountered one possible death, and it was really easy to sidestep. I mean, the animation on the cutscenes isn't the best, but whatever, it's hand-drawn. So, we will continue with this next Monday.
Okay.
Tomorrow, May, you are doing more Final Fantasy X?
I have Final Fantasy X, I will finish Recruiteer, depending on how the mood takes us.
Okay, Wednesday we have some more Sims.
Thursday will be whichever one I don't do tomorrow.
Yep. And Friday is whatever multiplayer stuff I can pull out of my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, Internet. I will edit this up and put it on YouTube real quick. Hopefully you won't have to wait 15,000 years to see it.
Oh, you're fast at the editing.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining us, friends.
Bye, Internet.
Good night.